In this week's episode, we're gonna do some cool stuff. Alright guys, good morning. On today's vlog, we're gonna do kind of a day in the life living down here in the Virgin Islands. And so part of that, before breakfast today, we're gonna have to get underneath this Jeep. When we bought the Jeep, we knew there were some problems with it. And it's been a while and I kind of put it off, but I have now decided that it's time to actually fix it. So we're gonna go down. I have an idea of what's wrong, but we're gonna go and make sure that we get all the parts that we need to do this all at once. Great. It was definitely in an accident. But it wasn't too bad. You can see right there, that's a little bit bent. The upper is also a little bent. So we've got to get at least those two. There's a few other things. Sway bar bushings are all bad. Almost all of the bushings up here are bad. So we'll be taking care of all of those. One thing that we did already do was the steering damper, so that part's done, but I do need that new track bar there. Alright, so we're gonna go to my favorite breakfast spot on island. It is called Barefoot Buddha. And it is the best. And that's where we're gonna go. It's looking like a pretty rainy day today. But I'm gonna leave the top open because my philosophy is that if the top is open, it will not rain. That's not always accurate, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright, made it to Barefoot Buddha, so I'm going to grab some coffee and then we'll have a chat. Alright, got some coffee, feeling a little bit better, so now we're ready to do this today. Today, on this episode, what we're going to do is kind of a day in the life. We're going to go do normal stuff that I do every week, but should be kind of cool. We'll try and spice it up, make it interesting for you guys, yeah, should be great. Alright guys, today's video is coming to you thanks to Evo gimbals. I just wanted to show you this gimbal. This thing is awesome. I'm going to try and shoot this whole video today on the gimbal. There's a link down below in the description that you can check this company out. They've got some really good stuff. A really great company with US-based support. So when you call them, if you ever got a problem with your gimbal, you know that they'll be able to help you out. They've got gimbals for smartphones, GoPros, DSLRs, point and shoots, just about anything that you would ever need a gimbal for, they've got them. So go ahead, check out the link below, and see if you can't get a few for your own needs. So part of a day in the life is getting to the point where you just had breakfast and now we don't know what we're gonna do. We'll probably end up going to a beach or a pool, but I'm not sure. So we'll find out. Alright, so we are headed to Secret Harbor Beach right now. We're gonna hang out over there for a few hours, and then, like I said earlier, the plan is to go over to the other island called St. John and have some fun over there. So we'll see you at the beach. All right, so we made it out to Secret Harbor Beach here, and it's a pretty nice day. It was really windy on the north side, but this is the south side of the island, or the southeast side, so it's a little bit more protected from the wind right now. One of the most important things to have at the beach is a drink, so we're gonna go make that happen right now. So while sitting here enjoying the beach, I had someone on Twitter ask a question: how many days a year do I spend on the beach? I don't know the exact number, but it's probably about 100. I'd say the average of the last 3 years, I have spent 100 days a year at the beach. And that's 100 days of good days, I'm telling you. It's a good way to live. We had a solid few hours here at Secret Harbor, but now we're gonna head over to St. John for some happy hour drinks and also do a little shopping over there in an area called Mongoose Junction. Basically like a Caribbean shopping mall. So that's where we're headed now. So we are currently headed to the ferry to get over to the island of St. John. It's a short ferry ride, it's really like 10 minutes away. So it's nice and... Alright, we made it to St. John. We're gonna find a bar to grab a drink and then do some shopping. We got our drinks now, so it's time to go to, I guess the best way I could describe it is a Caribbean shopping mall called Mongoose Junction right here in Cruz Bay. Really fun spot to shop around. I haven't been there since the hurricane, so I'm interested to see what's still open and possibly if there's anything new over there. My biggest problem with shopping is that I already have all of this stuff. That's my problem. If you're wondering what the setup looks like, it looks like this. So we're still shopping. My drink is at about 35%. So at this point of the shopping expedition, we also need to start looking for possibly a bar in the area. And of course, no trip to Mongoose Junction would be complete without an R&R at St. John Brewers. We got our R&Rs, and we got a nice pretzel. For free, so we're good to go. The rain kind of messed up all the plans today. We're probably not going to go see the sunset because it was raining over on the beach. So instead we're going to go over to Longboard, which is right behind me right now. Longboard is one of my favorite restaurants on St. John, period. It is awesome. If you ever have a chance, you can check it out. We had a pretty solid dinner here at Longboard tonight. We're gonna head over to the ferry, take the ferry back, and the plan is to go to this cool Italian spot in town on St. Thomas called Virgilio. So we're gonna head over there for some dessert, and then what are we gonna do? We're gonna go home. Back on St. Thomas, we're gonna head over to one of my favorite restaurants for some dessert. It's Virgilio's, which is in town on St. Thomas. Pretty cool Italian spot. That's where we're headed. So we made it to Virgilio's, one of the best Italian restaurants on St. Thomas. We're gonna get a brownie and probably an espresso martini or something like that, something good, just to kind of hang out. Alright guys, that's going to conclude this week's episode. I'm Chip Needham, and you're watching Drinks with Chip. Alright, so that's going to conclude this week's clip, or go up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. Up the stairs. Yeah, ready? And go. Alright, that's going to conclude this week's video. Episode, up the stairs.
I'm not doing it.
Alright, that's going to conclude this week's... What is it? Is it episode? If you didn't know already, there is a Twitter account for Drinks with Chip. So if you do have any questions or just want to say hi, follow me on Twitter, send me a tweet, and hopefully I'll answer it in the next coming videos. Also, if you have something you want to see or have an awesome video idea, also send that to me on Twitter. The link to my Twitter is down below.